Morning, everybody. It's not a Friday, but as most of you know, throughout the nation, we're not in school today. And so anyway, I thought I'd put a video up, a few videos in the next few days, just of some things that you could do with your children at home while we're quarantined, kind of, sort of, from while we're doing social distancing. So the first thing I want to talk about is if you're in a place today that you can go for a spring walk with a lunch sack. I have a calendar here of things that I'd just like to share with you today. So go for a spring walk with a lunch sack, collect items as you go. On a grassy spot, separate the gathered items into different categories, right? Have some sorting activities with your children and have them justify why they're putting these gathered items together, and see if they can justify that. The other thing that you could have them do is weigh themselves on a scale and have someone measure how tall you are. Write them down on a safe spot to compare at the end, right? So see if there's any growth during this COVID virus thing. Another idea for this week is to decorate a card for a family member who lives with you, right? And tell them why you love them, why you like them. One of the things that is hard for most of our kids is to write. Most of them are starting to really tap into the whole concept of first letter recognition, and I call it beginning phonics, right? So if they write the word cat, it may be CT. Vowels are really hard for this age group to hear. And so if they write the word cat, because it's a writing activity and not a spelling activity, that's super, right? So not necessarily to correct them, to, oh, there's an A in there, right? From their hearing, right, as they stretch those words, cat should be spelled CT at this age in their writing, at this stage in their writing. So the next day, play a rhyming game with the names of your family members, right? Like Dory Story. There's a really great song that we sing with rhyming. It's called Hickety Tickety Bumblebee, but it also helps them with their voice and to investigate highs and lows. It says, hickety tickety bumblebee, will you say your name for me? And then they say, Dory, and then they mimic Dory, right? There's another one called Fooba Wooba Fooba Wooba Fooba Wooba. John saw Miss Dory reading a story. Fooba Wooba Fooba Wooba saw Miss Dory reading a story. Fooba Wooba John. So they could use that one. You could sing that one with them as well. You could have them do their names of their friends, right, that they're not in school with right now, not just the family members, just so that they can kind of keep that consistency. And then another idea for Friday this week, you could read a recipe together and then make that dish your treat, right? So there again, for those kids who are reading, that shouldn't be much of a problem. If your child is just a beginning reader or still working with those ABC first sounds, right? Just being able to have them go through and pick out all the letters that they recognize, right? And then you help them by that. So depending on where your kid is on that reading spectrum at this point, make it appropriate for them. So anyway, there's 5 ideas that you can do this week. I'll be putting some more on here. I'll be singing some songs. We're looking at a Spotify where we can share our cleanup songs so that the parents who are currently coming to school here on campus are able to have that. So if you'd like that, reach out with a comment, let me know, we can share it with you too. Anyway, good luck with this first week of school, homeschool, and enjoy, let them play, let them have those experiences that we so need, and yet we don't, they don't get very often. So anyway, play, play, play. A child's work is play. Good luck, everybody. We'll talk to you tomorrow.